Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another one of my videos, and today we're actually going to be going over the quiz funnel, the tank quiz funnel. I call it the tank because it's so fucking powerful and it can actually drive you a lot more qualified leads than the normal funnel, like, for example, like direct booking. Okay, so for example, if you are a med spa business owner, you are a agency that's helping local businesses or med spas, this would actually help you a lot. You can implement this in your business and you can implement this for clients. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So the traditional funnel problem. So normally for a med spa or a local business, they will have an ad. They will go, and from the ad they will funnel people to a booking form, a lead form, their website or whatever they use, or whatever CTA they use, and people will book in, right? That is a normal funnel. And why is that not optimal? Because you're basically asking someone who saw your ad 30 seconds ago to commit to a booking, and they don't know you, they don't trust you, and they haven't been qualified yet. Okay, so this is the entire architecture of the tank funnel over here. So we're just gonna run you guys through it. So from the ad, right, we go straight to the quiz. So what a quiz is, I will cover it later in the next slide. So from the quiz, right, we'll segment. So from what the lead answers based on, like, on the quiz, based on the answers that they give, we will funnel them to different outcomes, so different confirmation pages for different websites or different booking links or whatever you want to call it. So we'll just funnel them into different outcomes. Okay, so after that, segment the landing page or other landing pages, and they'll book and we follow up. Okay, that is the entire funnel that we're going for over here for the tank funnel, for the tank quiz funnel. Okay, so what this does is that it actually, okay, no, this is actually error. We actually add friction. Okay, we add friction because we want qualified leads. We want to challenge them and we want to qualify them, right? This qualifies the leads and creates personalization. Okay, so why does the quiz funnel work so well? All right, because it creates something called good friction. There's good frictions and bad frictions. I will not get into bad frictions, and I'll not get into bad frictions. Let's focus on good frictions for now. All right, so the main goal of the quiz here is make the entire process feel very personalized, and the clients will believe that the treatment will actually work for them. Okay, so the effect of a quiz is that it feels personalized to a specific problem, and it increases the perceived likelihood that the treatment works. Right, the client answers questions about their situation and creates a psychological investment. So what good friction does is that it basically attracts the prospects that is willing to proceed and filter out the tire kickers and just the doo-doos. Okay, let's call it doo-doos, right? The unqualified. And the qualified leads who are serious, they attract the qualified leads who are serious, and this will result in higher conversion, which equals to higher return on investment. Okay, so a quick key insight real quick. The quiz isn't just for capturing leads, right? The sole second job is to make sure that we attract and capture qualified people who believe that a solution for them actually works and they believe in the solution. Okay, just want to get that over. We're going to go over the 6 quiz questions that actually qualify the leads, what type of questions you should ask or what you should put in for your quiz. First of all, you identify what is the problem that the lead is facing. Okay, so your main skin concern right now, what kind of service do you need, what kind of problems or acne or whatever they're facing right now, ask. Okay, second is duration and severity. Okay, how long have you have this problem? How long have you had your skin problem? How long have you had this acne for? How long have your skin been sagging? Okay, so the third type of questions will be, have they tried anything? Okay, so an example of this question will be, have you tried this or that? Okay, cool. Number 4, the budget and commitment. What is their budget for a solution that they want, or what is their budget for the offer that you're selling? Okay, timeline and urgency. When do you want to see this result? How quick do you want to see the result? Right? And lastly, a specific goal. Right? What is your dream desired outcome in, let's say, the next 2 weeks, and let's say in the next month, in the next month, in the next 6 months, whatever it is. Hope you guys get this. It's very important for you guys to understand what type of questions that you should ask to actually properly qualify the lead and make sure the lead at the end is freaking hot and ready to buy. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. So let's go dive a little bit deeper. What the hell am I doing? So now let's dive a little bit deeper into the specific questions that we're going to ask, right? So for question one, what kind of options that you can have. For example, you ask the question, what's the main skin concern at the moment? Okay, you might have acne breakouts, fine lines, skin sagging, dark spots, redness, dull or tired looking skin or others, right? So why would this work is because it determines their primary need, it shapes all future messaging, it enables problem-based routing. And remember what I've told you guys on the first couple of slides about the segmentation. So their answers will actually determine which page that they get sent to. Okay, so we'll have, let's say they put acne, and after they finish the entire form, the entire quiz, they will be funneled into an acne landing page. If they are wrinkles, they'll be funneled to an anti-aging page, sagging, so on and so forth, a lifting page. Okay, this is the foundation for everything in your quiz funnel, right? You must get this right. You must understand this. Okay, cool. Let's go on to the next one. So question two, duration and severity. How long have you had this problem for, right? Duration equals to motivation. So these are a couple of answer options that you can put right away into your quiz. So you have less than 6 months, and 6 months, 1 year, 1 year to 3 years, and more than 3 years. Okay, what the duration tells you is that less than 6 months is a new problem. It'll be a little bit less urgent, and for 6 months to a year, it's starting to bother them. They're getting kind of irritated already. So for 1 year to 3 years, it's freaking serious, right? They are actively seeking for help. 3 years plus, they're fucking desperate. They're ready to buy. They're hot. Okay, cool. This is how you should frame and shape this question. Very important for you to understand. Okay, so question three, previous attempts. What have they already tried? Okay, so some answer options might be they haven't tried anything yet. They have tried some over-the-counter products. They have tried skincare products. They have tried professional treatments. Okay, so how do you use this data right here? Okay, if they choose nothing yet, they need education, right? That means you will funnel them into a YouTube channel. You will funnel them to a lead magnet, right? For you to educate them and make sure to get them into the sales cycle. Okay, cool. So now OTC, which is over-the-counter products, they tried cheap solutions and they are ready to upgrade, so try to upsell them. So if they choose skincare, they already invest in self-care, so there's a higher probability that if the skincare doesn't work, they have a higher probability to invest in your med spa. Okay, so for professional, they're already a buyer and they're looking for even better med spas to better capture those leads that choose professional treatments. Okay, the next question, budget and commitment question. What's your budget for a solution? Okay, this is the main thing, also one of the most important things for us to know, right? What is the budget? How much can they spend with us? So here are a couple of budget tiers. I'm pretty sure if you run a med spa, you'll be pretty familiar with this. So for under $100, it'll be entry level skincare and facials. 100 to 300 is basic treatments. 300 to 500 it's standard treatments. 500 to 1,000 premium, fucking premium. All right, so for 1,000 plus, that's just luxury packages. And if they're not sure, they choose that option. They're not sure, then same thing, we'll funnel them to a educational outcome like YouTube channel or lead magnet. Okay, so how can this actually help us, right? So of course the obvious thing is we know how much they can spend, therefore we can offer them different tiers of solution, right? But we also can tailor and change our messaging in a way. So what we can also use the budget tiers for is we can change our messaging based on what tier or how much money they can spend. For example, they have under $100. Okay, you can frame your messaging like the most affordable way to continue. Then if they're mid-range, the best value. The premium experience with. Not sure? Here's what we recommend. Okay, this is how you can tailor their budget tiers to your messaging on how you communicate with them, right? Very important you understand this. So, all right, cool. Timeline and urgency, very important. Urgency. When do you want to see the results? It shows the intense level. Okay, so for the options that we can put for this will be ASAP, emergency, or within a month, within 3 months, within 6 months, no rush, or they're just looking around. Okay, so what the timeline reveals is actually, let's go through it one by one. So ASAP, they're ready to buy now. Very straightforward. Within 1 month, high intent. Within 3 months, they're planning to buy. And like planning to buy but not as ready to buy yet. So for the last one, no rush, just do-dos, you have to nurture them. Sweet. Last question, the specific goal. What is your ideal outcome that you want to achieve out of our service, out of our treatment? Okay. Alright, so a couple of options that you can have is look more youthful, feel more confident, reduce specific wrinkles, improve skin texture, etc., based on what you offer. Okay, cool. So how to use this data? Yep, so this is me in the future. I realized I did not record this specific part for this video. So how do we actually use the data that we get from the specific goal question, right? So how do we actually use this? If they pick youthful, use some sort of before and after, do some sort of age reversal type of messaging for them. If they pick they want to feel more confident, okay, use testimonials about self-esteem. If they pick they want to reduce wrinkles, they want to reduce specific lines, use problem solution messaging. And if they want to improve their skin texture, do some close-ups before and after for them to actually see the results, right, for the texture of the skin. And lastly, if they want to look refreshed and they want to look well rested, and you can just have something, for example, like you look like you slept, right? You look like you slept very well. You look like you had a good rest. You know, you look very well rested and well refreshed. All that kind of stuff. Okay, this is just an example. All right. So if they're in the others, do-dos. Okay. Send them to educate. All right. The unicorn offer. What is unicorn offers? So the unicorn offer is basically a limited time. I don't like that phrasing, but it's just a very unique offer that a customer or a lead can only get from a specific call to action. Just a very unique and valuable offer. Right, so just to put into perspective, here are some unicorn offers examples for med spas. We have Botox, fillers, laser treatments, and microneedling, right? So let's say for Botox, okay, you can say something along the lines of book your first Botox and get a free personalized anti-aging skin analysis that's worth $200. And you can also get a complimentary touch-up in 2 weeks, normally worth $150, and the total value will be $750 now for $400. Okay, and for fillers, it can be something like book your first filler treatment. You can get a free 3D spatial mapping session worth $150 and show exactly where the fillers makes the biggest difference, right? So what you want to do for this one is show why the fillers make a big difference and maybe add a little bit more maintenance treatments on top of that, just to make it a little bit more valuable. Okay, so next for the laser treatments, it can be, you know, same thing, book your first laser treatment here and get two stuff: free pre-treatment skin prep, I just said 700, but $75 value, and a complimentary follow-up session in 4 weeks. So just stack up the value for the laser treatment. So yeah, something like that. And micro needling, you can have something like, oh, you can, you know, book your first micro needling, get a free post-treatment recovery kit worth $60, get a free LED light therapy session worth $80. Okay, so for all of this, right, what I like to add on top is have a specific name for each offer. So let's say for Botox, you can have unicorn offer Botox or unicorn Botox. Fillers, you can have some special fillers treatment, just a unique name for the specific offer. You can plug into AI and AI can give you a couple of names that you can choose from. Okay, very easy to do, right? And another thing is make sure, just to make it a little bit more effective, when you stack the treatment and stack the value that a customer can get for what seems like a lower price than the actual value that you bring to the customer for the treatment, is choose treatments that have a lower service cost. They have a lower service cost so that, you know, you won't hurt so much from, you know, let's say your service cost is $200 and your actual price on the website is $300, and you won't just lower it to $250. It's just eat into your ROAS and eat into your ROI, right? So just pick something that has a low cost when you deliver it. Okay, cool. So that will be the entire thing for the unicorn offer examples. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, so for segmentation and branching logic, how does the quiz actually route people to different outcomes? Okay, so let's say we have the quiz, right? We have the quiz to answers for each question, and we can route them to different landing pages. What does that mean? So for every single question, right, it's very simple. I'll just put it very simply put. Every single question, we have different options, and when people chooses the different options, we will route people based on what options they give or based on what answers they give of each questions, and we will determine where they go, which landing page they go, which offer page they go, or which booking link they go, right? So that is basically the idea of how the segmentation and branching works. Okay, very easy, very simple to understand, and yeah, very important you understand this. Okay, cool. Next, now let's talk about what types of outcomes, what you can route people to based on how qualified they are. So we basically have 4 segments and 4 offers that you can route people to, right? So for segment 1, this is obviously for the high quality lead, right? This is when people are very qualified, they have the money, they have the problem that they face matches your offer, that like the problem you're solving, and they have been facing it for almost a year now. They have tried different treatments in the past and they want to fix it ASAP, right? They want to fix it. It's like an emergency, right? This is high quality lead, and you want to follow them into your main offer, right? Which is offer 1. Okay, then you can have your specific landing page or specific booking link for it, and this is where the high quality lead people will go. All right, sweet, easy to understand, nice. Okay, now let's come down to another level, which is segment 2, right? An alternative offer, basically a downsell. Okay, so for this kind of offer is basically for the people that are not qualified for the main offer, but they are qualified and fitted for a related service. Let's say you are selling, your main offer is selling Botox, right? But they actually need facelift. Okay, then they will come to a downsell, right? And let's say they face the problem for about 6 months plus, but they are not kind of in the year, they haven't faced it for a year yet, and they have tried some attempts to actually solve the problem, so it didn't work. They have a budget to $300 to $500 based on your specific pricing. This can be high or low. You can decide on your own for a specific business. And for, let's say, for this offer, what we want is they put in the budget and it's in the mid-range of a business. Okay, and let's say they want it to be fixed within 3 months. Okay, so now for this type of lead, we want to funnel them to a segment 2 alternative offer, basically a downsell. Okay, you can have your specific landing page, your specific offer, that specific offer for this downsell. Cool, so that will be all for segment 2. Let's get on to segment 3. Alright, so let's come down to segment 3. This is a budget offer at entry point. Now this offer is basically for people with a lower budget, but they're still interested and you want to start a relationship with them. Okay, this is a relationship starter. Okay, cool. So for this kind of offer, you might have people that has a budget of under $200. They have any type of problems. They have been facing the problems within 6 months, so 6 months and below, and they have tried they have been trying cheaper products, but they show genuine interest in your service and treatment. Okay, and for this type of people, this type of lead, you will want to funnel them to a budget offer. Okay, you have your landing page and the offer, all that kind of stuff. So yep, the entry offer, and you can slowly nurture them towards the premium treatment. So if you get to know them a little bit, they come in for a consultation, you know them a little bit more, you know what is the specific thing that they want to fix, then you can upsell them to a premium treatment. Okay, so now we're in segment 4. So for this segment, it's basically just for lead nurturing, for educational purposes. And for this type of people, right, that comes into this segment, basically not ready to buy, and they need education and they need a trust building, right? Basically the doo-doos, unqualified, right? So for this type of people, they have Okay, so now let's get into segment 4. This is basically a lead nurturing segment for educational purposes, right? They're not ready to buy, they need education and they need trust building. Okay, so for this type of people, they basically, they're just searching around, they're looking around, they're not finding for anything yet, they're not sure of the budget, they haven't tried anything in the past, they have any problems, and they're not committed to solving the problems that they have currently. Okay, so for this type of people, funnel them for some education. You can funnel them to a YouTube, a lead magnet, or just a simple doc to educate them on the different symptoms that needs treatment to give them the awareness, right? Maybe they do have the problem, but they're just not aware of it yet. Okay, so this segment is specifically for this purpose. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so now let's go over some examples for how you can use the specific segments we've talked about previously. So segment 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's go through it quickly. Scenario A. So someone clicked on the ad. The quiz reviews that they have wrinkles. They had it for 3 years, and they have tried some professional treatments. Their budget is $800. This is the perfect lead, hot lead. Is a high quality lead. Route them to a Botox landing page. All right. For scenario B, for example, a person clicks on an ad and the quiz reviews that their skin is sagging, right? And the budget is $1,000. Route it to facelift and thread lift page. Okay. Let's say because your main offer is Botox, right? But a quiz reviews that they need some facelift, and they have a budget of $1,000. You're gonna route them to the facelift page. Okay. So for scenario 3, same thing. They click on the ad, and the quiz reviews that they have fine lines. They have a budget of $150. We can route them to a skincare or a micro needling page. Scenario D is basically the unqualified people, right? They click the ad, and it reveals that they're just looking around. There's no timeline for when they want to solve this and how long they set it for, what type of problems they have even. Then that will funnel them and route them to a free guide for them to download, or a YouTube channel for a specific YouTube video to educate them for specific problems. Okay, so that is the entire example. Really quick, very simple to understand, easy to understand too. And yep, cool. Alright, so now this is just more logical examples of how you can use the segmentation. So this is more of matching the answers to the right service. If they put in that they have some acne problems, route them to an acne landing page. If they have some problems with wrinkles, then anti-aging page. If they're sagging, route them to lifting page, dark spots, brightening page, so on and so forth. So just a couple more of some examples for you guys to put into perspective. Alright, so post-booking actions. What are the best things that you can do after someone books an appointment, right? Let's say you have done all the steps previously, right? You created an ad creative, you created a unicorn offer, you have created your quiz funnel, and you have routed them correctly, and now they finally booked. What do you do after that? Okay, so this is some of the best practices that you can do. It's basically an entire framework from day 0 to all the way to day 84 for you to increase the chances of reducing no-shows and increasing your customer lifetime value, and at the same time increase your chances of getting referrals, right? Let's get straight into the framework right now. Okay, sweet. So now that they have booked, you want to send them a email plus SMS confirmation confirming their booking immediately after they book. You want to send them immediately, right? Just literally just right after they book. Don't wait 10 minutes, don't wait 5 minutes, don't wait 3 minutes, or don't even wait 30 seconds. Send it to them. The notification should hit right away after they book. Okay, this is why it's very important, because right after they book, right, they're the most hot, and they were just thinking about you. They were thinking about the treatment. They were thinking about everything. Okay, so you want to send the confirmation right after they book, right? Very easy to understand, right? So here are some of the things that you can include in your email or SMS. Include the date and time, include the address, the provider's name, what to bring if you want them to bring anything before for the treatment, and the pre-treatment instructions, right? So the goal is basically to make sure that they feel valued, right? Make sure it basically give them a confirmation that they made the right choice, and to reduce some anxiety and set some expectations, right? Very easy to understand. Booking confirmation, send it right away. Very important. Okay, cool. Alright, so after you send the confirmation and you wait a couple of days and the appointment day arrives, right? You want to send an appointment reminder via SMS or email. So you want to send this 2 hours before appointment, and if you want to send ideally you want to send it on SMS and email just to reach them out to the full potential, right? But if you want to choose one, use SMS because it's easier to read and reply on SMS. Okay, so just a little quick just a structure for what you can say is, you can say something along the lines of, hey, name, this is your treatment, and you have booked in for treatment with us at this time, this location. And if you want to opt out, say stop, for example, to opt out if they can't make it, or they just don't want a treatment anymore. Okay, so this is basically to prevent them from basically no showing, and just catch them and just remind them that they have a fucking appointment with us and don't miss and don't be late. Okay, so for the specific, opt out instruction, it's basically just to save us time, right? You don't want to have them just say, okay, they're gonna come, and end up not coming, and you have to follow up, you have to text them, all this kind of stuff. It's just very problematic. Okay, just put it in the appointment reminder, SMS or email. Just put it inside. If you want to opt out, say stop, right? Or else let's see what your business want to do with them. Okay, cool. So that will be all for appointment reminders. Okay, now after the appointment is finished, right, this is the post-appointment day one, post-appointment follow-up. Is you send this on the same day or the next day after the treatment, right? You have to include, thank them for coming and remind them some of the aftercare instructions or what to expect, right? Readiness of healing, if any, and the results timeline. So how long does it take, or how long does it take for them to actually see the results at home? Okay, you can also ask, how's the experience? Rate us 1 to 5 stars. Any questions about the aftercare, or set up any follow up if needed. So this is just like a very somewhat like a relationship building email to confirm that the appointment is done. Thank you for coming. Thank you for trusting us. How's your experience? And yeah, give us the rating if you want. And yeah, something like that. Okay, so this is the post appointment follow up. Send this the same day or the next day after treatment. Cool. Right, let's go on to the next one. Alright, so for the next follow-up will be a quick results check-in on day 7, 1 week after the treatment. You guys can fucking do math. Day 7 equals to 1 week. So here is where we celebrate our results and just give them some tips for maximizing the results, or what to expect next, or when will the full results appear. Right, so the goal for this is to reinforce the decision to book and build excitement about the results. Like, oh, you're seeing good results right now, but the results will be a lot better in the next 7 days or the next 1 month. Right, build the excitement up and set up for the maintenance pitch. Okay, so you want to have a maintenance pitch, which we will cover later. And so just open doors for questions. Just really quick results check-in, easy to understand. Very important you guys understand this and have this implemented. Right, cool. Next. Okay, so for day 21 to 28, so you have sent your check-in on day 1, you have sent your check-in on day 7. Now it's time for day 21 and 28 is for the results showcase, right? This is 3 to 4 weeks after the treatment is where most treatments will have their results fully visible. Okay, so here are a couple of things that you want to ask for, right? You want to ask for some before and after photos. You want to ask for some testimonials. If you guys can have their permission to post testimonials and before after photos of their treatment, to have their face on your social media. And also ask for some reviews on Google or Yelp or whatever platform you're using. Also celebrate the transformation, right? You have given them good results, celebrated and introduced at the same time. This is where you want to actually increase their LTV, their overall customer lifetime value, introduce some maintenance options and referral programs, and the next treatment suggestions, right? What are some suggestions that you can suggest? What are some suggestions? What are some treatments that you can suggest for them for the next steps to make the results even better, or to maintain the results they have right now? Okay, alright, so day 42, you have done all the other 3 check-ins. Now time for maintenance reminder via SMS. Okay, let's do this on SMS, or you can do it on both SMS and email as well, but prioritize SMS because it's easier to read and reply. Okay, cool. So you can say something along the lines of, it's been 6 weeks. Hi, it's been 6 weeks since your treatment. Time to maintain those results, and just booking a touch-up, and just put a link there. Okay, cool. Why do we choose 6 weeks after the treatment? Because most treatments need maintenance, and Botox, if you're doing Botox wears off in 3 to 4 months. Okay, and this is basically why it's the perfect timing for touch-up. And also because the results that you got for them, let's say you got them really good results, and the results are still very fresh in their mind. Okay, so for the maintenance reminder, you want to give them like a specific offer, like a freaking discount, because they're doing a maintenance. Give them a pricing discount, and you can be like, single treatment is $50 off, and because right now you're doing maintenance, you get a $50 off. Okay, and you can give them some package deals if you want, and some loyalty pricing for repeat clients. Okay, just a really quick overview on what you can offer. You can just have like a different offer. That doesn't have to be this. It can be something different. It can be something unique, other things. And yep, that would be basically it for the SMS maintenance reminder. Cool. Next. Alright, so day 56 and day 84, this is where we can increase our chances of getting a referral and maximize our customer lifetime value. Okay, this will be 8 to 12 weeks out. So for day 56, right, you can send them a maintenance appointment email or an SMS, prioritize SMS in general. Okay, so I'll just cover this before I get deeper into the referral and LTV. For every single follow-up, every single check-in that you send, ideally send on both, but if you want to send one, prioritize SMS because it's easier to see. So you can say something like ready for maintenance, and just give them a couple of treatments that they can have for their maintenance, and just give them a little discount. Okay, and just put a booking link over there. Okay, and for day 84, you can send them a referral reminder. Say, hey, have you enjoyed your results? We would love to share the love, or we would love to refer a friend, and you'll both get $50 off for next treatment, basically to pull them in and increase our LTV, and at the same time get a referral. Alright, very simple, very easy to understand, and very important you know this. Okay, alright, so this is the complete post booking timeline. So on day 0, you send them a confirmation right away, and on day 0 again, like before 2 hours before the actual appointment, send them a reminder. Send them a reminder that they have a booking and this is where it is, and if you want to opt out, say stop. Okay, and after the appointment, day 1, give them some post-appointment follow-up. Day 7, check in on the results. Day 21 to 28, and you have the results showcase. Ask them to send some, if they can send some before and after photos, or have them as a testimonial. And for day 42, some maintenance SMS. And day 56, maintenance email. And day 48, a referral SMS. Okay, so this sequence will increase your chances of higher show up rate, and you can get more repeat bookings and more referrals. Okay, so this is the entire timeline, and yeah, that's so I hope you guys got a lot of value. Let me enlarge my face over here. Okay, so I hope you guys got a lot of value from today's video, and I hope you learned a lot. You can literally just take this and implement it into your own business yourself, or either you book a call with me, right? We'll speak on a Google Meet, then I will actually go through into your business, like do you actually need this specific tank funnel, or is there any other strategies that I can implement into the business, or my agency can implement to the business for you, that you can actually scale and make more money. Okay, so yeah, I have an agency, it's called Scale Show. We basically help med spas make more money, and if you don't want to do it yourself, you don't want to implement the tank funnel yourself, you need some help with scaling business and making more money with your med spa, hit me up, book a call below. Or you have any more questions before you want to book in, or you have any questions on specific parts of the tank funnel, just message me on Instagram, Julius U Zach H, and yeah, that will be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys on the next one. Peace.